What's good? Welcome to First Stream Podcast. On today's episode of First Stream Podcast, we have Crystal Washington joining us today. She is a Terp. She went to Bishop McNamara, Hall of Famer, played basketball overseas. And Lady A, what month is it?
It is Women's History Month.
So it's only right that we kick it off with a Hall of Famer. So we got Crystal on. We're going to talk a little bit of NFL as well. Something happened when Pick had a migraine that Al didn't like. Said maybe was like, but me and Janet, we was like, we'll see. We'll talk about that Deebo Samuel's trade later. Plus people got tagged. Al saved a lot of money with a tackle, guard, something like that. We got a lot to cover today on First Stream Podcast. Y'all ready?
Indeed.
Let's go.
It's wartime, baby. This is what you signed up for. This is what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace them up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Lace them up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, First String is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cast. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Said from the South, so he rep GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe, recommend to a friend. Nah, for real, like, subscribe, and recommend this to a friend. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the First String Podcast show.
Welcome back to First Stream Podcast. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to First Stream Podcast. Hit the bell to enable alert for new content just like this. The most important part is that you tell a friend to tell a friend about First Stream Podcast. Lady A, did I miss something?
We just got shuffled. I don't know what happened.
I don't know how it happened either. Well, right here, we got Lady A.
There you go.
Lady A is a Washington Commanders fan, a Washington Nationals fan. She represents DC all day. Right below us, we have our guy, Sayed. What's up, Sayed? How are you?
What's up?
All right. I'm not sure if I'm delayed or Sayed is, but Sayed is a Atlanta Falcon fan, Georgia Bulldog fan.
Quiet.
You forgot to hit the mute.
You hit the camera, not the mute.
We still can.
That's Al. He's a Cowboy fan. He's having technical issues over there, but it's okay. How are you, Al?
I'm having technical. I'm coming in live.
No,
you're good. Yo, you coming in real loud.
You didn't mute. You just went ahead and took the camera off.
Oh, I did that. Oh, I was yelling at my kids. Y'all heard that?
Yeah, we heard all of it.
A little bit.
I'm sorry.
Just a little bit.
I apologize to y'all, not them. They
Go Trap. Al, your guys had a good day draft weekend, so go Trap.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Fine.
So we are First String Podcast. We really do love sports, all sports, and especially live sports. So we are here to talk about it with you all. Let's bring in our guest, Crystal Washington. How are you, Crystal?
Hi.
How are you doing?
So, like I said, Crystal is from Bishop McNamara. She went to high school at Bishop McNamara. We know that school very well, right?
We just
won.
Yeah.
They bring in chips.
They win chips. And Crystal went to the University of Maryland, so you know she a Terp. So that's why we're wearing black today. We don't have red
told
shirt.
me.
We'll go with our black. For the Terp, yeah.
Okay, you're the Terp. Okay.
I could have got my Letterman jacket or something, guys.
Oh,
take it back. Take it back.
Okay.
And Crystal also played basketball overseas, so we're happy to have you here on the beginning of Women's History Month. Here we got a Hall of Famer, like we said. So let's just get right to it. You played basketball. You was at the University of Maryland like 2015. Before that, you graduated from Bishop McNamara. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm wrong.
2000 to 2004.
There we go. 2004. My bad.
You won the championship in 2005.
Yes.
Yeah, one year off. But back in McNamara, tell us how the sport of women's basketball has grown from what it was when you were playing high school to college to overseas to right now.
So in this area, basketball, the best athletes were in public school. They were not in private school. So it's been like this huge shift. Like if you wanted to see real hoopers, you saw there was a guard that went to Terps with you, Tony. I cannot remember her name, but she was my point guard for the Roadrunners. Two of my teammates at Maryland, they went to Suitland. Like the private schools basically just had players who wanted to play basketball whose parents could afford private school. Whereas now it's like all the best players are in private school, which leaves
get no scholarships.
Which public school, the competition is not as high.
Yeah, not like it used to be. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because when I was like, we had those Christmas break games where you played like Suitland, Surrattsville, and Oxon Hill, where Rebecca Brunson, one of PG's finest, has the most rings out of all of the WNBA players. Like, public school now, all private school. So that's one of the biggest shifts in high school basketball that I've seen since I played.
Okay, and college.
Oh, so this college scene is completely different. Like I can't even put my finger on it because coaches. So in the beginning, we were trying to be recruited, right? Now it's the coach's job to continually recruit the players. Like they can leave you. Who has a better NIL deal? Where are they going to get the most views? That wasn't a thing. Let me say, in my mind, we had more stick-to-itiveness. Like you got a coach. You went to a team. You was like, I got a 4-year scholarship. I'm staying there 4 years. Whereas now, it's like you can get recruited over by whoever else has a bigger name. And on top of that, I mean, what's the girl? What's her name? Played with Angel Reese at LSU, and now she's at TCU. She switched schools every year. She was at she was with my old coach, Coach Walls. So Coach Walls was one of my coaches, and now he's the head coach of Louisville. She was at Louisville, left Louisville, LSU, left LSU. She's at like you can't keep up because you have to recruit these players. She also has one of the highest NIL deals of both males and females. So
that'll do it.
Totally different game. I mean, at this point, players make more than coaches. How do you coach players that make more than you and they're under 21? You're not even old enough to buy yourself a drink.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question. So if you were playing in this area, not in this era, if you were playing in this era, what would your NIL deal look like?
I'm not really sure because I'm not a dresser, and that's like what most of these kids are getting. Like in the beginning, it's clothes. So I would want to be signed by Jordan just because I had a little bounce. I could have definitely been in a Sprite commercial for getting hung a few times. You know, I don't mind. Whatever pays the bills, you know.
Right.
Go flat on my back for you to get this check. So, but I think it's crazy. It definitely would have changed the game if I was able to get some NIL deals. Probably Olive Garden because I stayed there all the time. They'll probably when I was being recruited. That was one of my questions. Like, where's your closest Olive Garden to your campus?
Now, see,
Clemson,
Not-
Clemson,
not where the
Michigan.
library
They didn't
at,
have
but
an
the Olive Garden.
around it. It was going to be Clemson. I might not have been a Terp, but they had no Olive.
now this is one of the questions that we tend to run into even in football, that we're gonna have a show over NIL, because NIL has played a big part in college football so far. And
Yeah.
as you can see, it's playing a big part in college basketball as well. But my question to you is, you played overseas.
Mm-hmm.
What did you like about it the most?
So when I played overseas, I love the fact. Okay, so I played in Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say when I got off the plane, they clearly knew who I was. I didn't know who they were. They clearly knew when I hopped off the plane, I was different.
Yeah.
And so I love the fact that I was in a small city. I was on an island. So Visby is an island off the coast of Sweden. So I had to take one of those little small, tiny planes to fly into it. And we had to take a ferry out to play in all our games. I like the fact that the whole city knew me. And on top of that, one of the, I guess, critiques that I got is that I was lovable. And so
Nice.
I have never not played in a full stadium. Like whenever I played in Sweden, the whole city came. So, just the love you get outside the country, like I didn't want to leave. They literally wrote a letter to my agent begging me to stay. And I was like, she was like, I've never had this happen before. I was like, I know, on my last game, the city threw me a party and cried. Like, where do they do that at? Like, oh, I loved Sweden. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
it was the
Jordan
best
missed out.
experience.
Jordan missed out. You have all kinds of J's in Sweden. He have a nice little representative right there.
I'm saying, but I mean, here's the flip side, because not everything is peaches and cream.
Mm-hmm.
When I first left college, I was sent to Croatia to a team called ZKK Šibenik. In Šibenik, it was gorgeous. But as a college player, it wasn't my role. I was a team player. I could get buckets, but I play team basketball. When you go overseas, players might not understand your job is to score. Like, when you get it, don't pass that sucker back out. It's your job to go get a bucket. And so my stint in Croatia was not as fun. The girls, I remember my first practice, I got off the plane, had to drive up a mountain in the snow. Like, so the car and the edge of the mountain right there, she just speeding, heading around.
Been
I
up
didn't
that
think I was
mountain.
gonna make it. Look, cell phones wasn't a thing. I couldn't call nobody and tell them where
That's
I was.
right.
But when I got to practice, I'm playing at Maryland. We got reversible jerseys. I know who's on my team. People, again, when you go overseas, they clearly know whose team
you
I'm
are.
on. I don't know these people. So, I got with the freshman year. Ball. Fast break, you pass, it's the other team. Whole team laughing. I'm just getting off the plane, creating turnovers. I get the ball, and they're like, go score. Oh, all right. Well, I can do that. But, I'm looking to pass, kick, cut. That's not a thing. You get the ball. It's your job to get buckets. So
you're watching First String Podcast, and we are here live with Crystal Buckets Washington. She's telling us about her time right now overseas in Croatia and Sweden. I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you got to do what you got to do. So, but like I said, everybody's overseas experience isn't positive. So if I would have let that deter me, I wouldn't have tried Sweden, because I was like, all right, let me go ahead and get this 9 to 5. The girls told me we already won championships. We don't need American. I was the first American to go over there and play. So the team didn't want me. And that's an aspect that not everybody, I never had that happen to me before. You go to a team and they don't want you. And then you go to Sweden and everybody's excited to have you there. So I got to experience both sides of the coin. Some people just can't be away from their family that long. So that's why I don't know if anybody paid attention to this Unrivaled tournament league they got going on now.
This weekend.
Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. Unrivaled is really good. It's really good. Go ahead, Jenna, get in there.
Okay, so we know that you have played basketball in in high school and in college, and going over to, Croatia and then Sweden. Then coming back to the States, you chose to spend some of your time coaching in AAU, and then left coaching to go over and be a parent. Talk to us a little bit about how that perspective to come kind of full circle was for you to coach and then be supportive of your child playing basketball.
So the hardest thing I ever did was coach my daughter. So when you're coaching your child, you can't give preferential treatment. At least I try not to. You need to coach every player in their aspect. But what I learned coaching is that parents don't want to coach. They want personal trainers.
Wow.
And so that's one of the reasons why I got out of it. I'm not here to personally train. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of cone work. They have to know when these moves that you're learning at your trainer. I want to show you when you use those moves. I want to tell you when you're in the play, why you're in this play, like why you switch to this defense. Are we going to be in a zone if the team can't shoot threes? Are we going to be in a man if the team keeps driving to get layups? That's what I tried to instill in them. But at the same time, I didn't want to coach my daughter and then her have to hear my voice after. So I made a concerted effort not to. So when the games and stuff are over, I'm not talking to you about basketball. We're going to talk about random things. And then I kind of got jealous in the coaching realm because everybody was able to videotape their daughter's highlights. I'm coaching. I don't have anybody to videotape my daughter's highlights. I'm going to go pay for highlights. And so coaching takes a certain type of spirit and the demand. No one's, even like with college, no one's loyal to a team. Yeah. PG County is so saturated with trainers and coaches and options. Yeah. So saturated with options that it's really hard to keep a core group of kids together. Yeah. And everybody is trying to make a brand because the real money isn't in the sport. The real money is in the NILs. Yeah. Like, so these kids got followers. They're trying to find a team where they can highlight themselves because that's how they get more followers. Yeah. And I don't even know if they're doing it to get college scholarships because, I mean, right now I think there's a few high school players. One, I know everybody's seen her do the Iverson move, the young lady from Rucker who's from around here. Yeah. Like, she got her first NIL deal in high school. So, yeah. Wow. Like, there's money out here to be had. And so it makes it really difficult on AAU teams and coaches to try to, like, really get a core group of girls together to stay together to accomplish team goals. Everything is more about individual goals now. So.
Yeah.
Come on, Al.
Crystal, I guess when you played, not saying this that long ago, but was the WNBA. I know a lot of people. The WNBA wasn't big, and it's starting to gain a lot of notoriety now because of the push from the NBA. A lot of players say they got treated better overseas than they did over here. Was that ever an interest when you came back to try to further playing in that career, or were you just kind of being the overseas person that stuck there and didn't come back to coach?
So in the grand scale of WNBA and overseas money, overseas, your money's lump sum. Right. They pay for your housing. They give you transportation. They pay for your food, and you get bonuses. In the WNBA, you're in the United States of America. It's being taxed. Yep. Yeah. It is only 3 to 4 months, depending on if you make it to the playoffs. Right. So truly, like, I think when I was in college and overseas, the WNBA players, I think the max rookie was like maybe $65,000. In your mind, you're like, $65,000 for 3 months. That's a nice check. Minus taxes, minus where you're staying. Yeah. They're not giving you a car.
Nope.
You're paying into your own health insurance because it's a 3-month contract. They're not giving you benefits. You're putting away your own 401k, 457, whatever you're taking. You have to know that that's what you need to do, and so that's one of the reasons why a lot of players chose to be overseas, because you get all of this money and you have no expenses. So when you come back in the States, you have no. Some people, most people I know, end up like staying at their parents' house because they knew they weren't going to be there long, especially if they played both. So then you're going to go overseas, you're going to come back and you're going to play. I live in Maryland and I'm playing in Connecticut. So I'm playing for Connecticut Sun. You know, I'm getting an apartment up there. So there's no point in me like really buying something here unless it's an investment. So overseas is financially better until this unrivaled thing came up.
Mhm.
But the people treat you nice. You're famous over there. You're like, again, depending on who you are, they know exactly who you are when you get off the plane. If you're like me and you're over 6 feet, there are some countries like Croatia where my whole team was 6 feet, like 6'2" and over whole team. But most countries, everybody's huge. So like depending on where you are, you
I'm
come
still
up.
taller than all of them.
Yeah.
I'm still taller than all
You're
of them.
not. You're
You
not.
know, I love it. I
In
love
his
it.
mind,
In his mind.
he's taller than everybody.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, my height is on back order from Amazon.
Back order.
It's supposed to be here next
You
week.
know, they've been slipping on that 2-day shipping. You should really contact them about that.
You
I
need to
know
get
I'm supposed to be
Prime.
6'5".
You need to get Prime.
That's what it is,
Get
prime.
Prime.
If I get Prime, you're right. So I'm supposed to be 6'5" by next week.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm done with my inches. If you would like them, I don't use them. I would like to not have to buy tall jeans. I think I want to buy regular size clothing.
Regular size clothing.
Just so y'all know, like way back in the day, I was me and Crystal were the same height.
I used to think Janet was tall. I don't know what happened.
It's okay.
Like she was, and then she wasn't.
I think I was probably a little bit taller than Crystal, and then that's
Buckets, we're gonna have to have you back again for sure because I really do like this conversation. Man,
And we need some
listen,
Janet. We need some Janet stories too that she don't tell us.
we do. We need some of those
Yes,
shady
we
A
need-
stories.
Yes, because she likes finding us. She's tall on finds now.
I
So
tell
that's-
you this. Janet is the true athlete. I just got tall. Janet is the athlete. I'm tall. She's the athlete. I rode the bike. She ran beside the bike. That's all I got. That's my only Janet story.
I'm not believing that. I'm not believing that, Crystal. That sounds like
Up a hill, and she beat me.
That sounds
Up
like
a
a
hill
very
on a
homey
bike
try.
on her feet.
Like
Janet,
a
Hold on,
tall-
wait.
you know,
We
I
got a
killed
question.
her.
We got a question for you. We got a question for you. Here from Cuzzo. Hey,
Yeah,
so Crystal, question for you. Due to NIL, what would you have kept in your? Would you have kept in your University of Maryland instead of going to another school? Would you have stayed there? Is basically what he's asking, or would you have taken the NIL money and gone to another college?
So here's the thing. I'm loyal, and I would have stayed in Maryland. I went to Maryland for 2 reasons. One, my parents can make it to all the games, all of them. And the other one is for a senior. When I got there as a freshman, no, she was a junior, Deebo Worley. So when I went to McNamara, she was at St. John's, and I was like, idolized her. So I'm sort of like South Carolina. So you know how like you'll see a star, then when they graduate, there's another star waiting. I was just
Right.
waiting my turn. I didn't mind waiting my turn because I thought she was that awesome. I was just excited to play with her, to learn under her. I don't know if anybody's doing that anymore. So I think I still would have stayed in Maryland. And I would have found a way to get NIL deals.
Yeah.
One personality alone. So.
There we go. There we go. See, that's why we got to have Buckets Washington come back.
And then also, let me just say this, because this one right here, she's real humble. And I was like, you know, it's Women's History Month. You know, you are Queen Basketball. This lady got inducted. And then we talked about McNamara last week with Lou
We
Holder.
did with Lou Holder.
McNamara is producing athletes, okay? And in what was it, 2015? It was 2015, right? When you got
And I was
inducted?
inducted, yeah.
Yeah, so she got inducted into McNamara's Hall of Fame because of all of the things that she has accomplished. And she's like, oh, you know, she's so humble. And I'm like, girl, bye. You are, you know, on it. And, you know, for those who are in the Prince George's County area, you kind
It's
of
in the
know.
water.
it's definitely in the water. And I mean, Crystal, her life was basketball. Okay. Like, but it wasn't like it was forced upon her or anything like that. It's like, okay, you know how the neighborhoods were, Crystal had a basketball court, everybody
In
played.
the backyard.
Right. And if we weren't there, we would be somewhere else playing basketball. She would, drag me and some of our other friends to run and shoot. And now, run and shoot at the time was a 24-hour
Basketball.
gym
Basketball mecca.
in Prince George's County. Now, that was just unbelievable. And I feel like run and shoot, people don't give it that much credit, but it really, like, everybody was there. I
Run and
didn't
shoot
play
saved
for
lives.
real at run and shoot, but Crystal played. She would play. I'd be somewhere else because it was, it was a gym. So I would be somewhere else doing whatever, but you go play basketball and I'm running the track or something, but in this area, it's like you have to live that sport at that time specifically. And people played on the same team, kind of to what Crystal was saying. People played on the same team and you knew each other from Boys and Girls Club, because that was a big thing as well when we were younger, on throughout high school and college and all of that. That's how you networked and you got better and you knew each other. They do still know each other, don't get me wrong. PG County is still essentially small, this whole general area, but it is something. And it's something to see, so if you look at in the water, and also just know that there are stories that were not told in that documentary. And
Wait, there's another one out too.
Speak to that.
There's another basketball joint out as well about basketball in PG County. I cannot remember the name, but said I told you about it. Where, oh my God, what's the name of it?
Chris, what did you play AAU for girl AAU?
I played for PG Sparks. I don't know if they're still in existence.
Okay.
Oh, cannot let you get off without talking about your Terps, the men and the women.
Big win Sunday.
They did.
Oh my gosh, yes. You are not watching women's basketball. I don't know what it is you're doing. Get it together.
I mean, what do you think about Brenda Freeze and what these women are doing?
She is getting it done. So of course I am heartbroken because I'm ACC all the way. So this whole Big Ten is sort of like sad face. There's no, at least I don't know any real rivals right now. And when we played, there was rivals. And so I'm like, but they're doing well. I mean, Comcast Center is full of trophies, so they're doing really well. Brenda did exactly what she said she was going to do. I got Brenda my junior year, so I had 2 years with Coach Weller, 2 years with Brenda, and she said she was going to win, and so therefore she did. So can't be mad at that. She's doing excellent.
Yeah.
And what about those men?
The men have improved because at first they were disappointing us, but they are doing well right now. So, yes.
Hey, Serena.
And I really love Queen. And he wears my jersey number. So I am a fan. I'm usually a fan of all 25s.
Too fast.
Oh, hi, Serena.
Yes,
That's my mama.
Oh, like how are you in the chat and on the screen at the same time? But yeah, your daughter stopped by the chat to say hello.
Yes.
Right. Does she wear number 25? Let's ask that question.
So she was 25 on my team. There was 25 wasn't available when she switched. So she switched to her dad 9, and then she switched to 32, which I think was Rebecca's number back when we played AAU together. So I played on multiple AAU teams. So I played for PG Sparks and also played for like an awesome team called the Roadrunners.
I remember the Roadrunners.
Man, so our team was legit stacked with pretty much everybody who's in the WNBA, like Skylar Rue, who has a 30 for 30 on ESPN. not really for WNBA, but I digress. Rebecca Brunson, that point guard from your team at Ratsville, she was tough. So
I can't remember what year because we had
she's 98. She's class of 98. Who
Tennis
else?
memory.
Was she really short?
Saves. Yeah, really short,
Oh,
thick, long. We all had the press out. So we all had
I was about to say that's not going to
the
help.
bob look. So that just was a thing. I don't even know how we kept our hair straight and played basketball, but somehow it worked.
Yeah,
We had that good perm.
it was the grease.
It was the grease. It was the grease. Look, we have kept you over. We really do appreciate you coming on. We will have you back again for real. Buckets, we can't do this without you. We got March Madness coming up, so we definitely gonna have you stop in, tell us about Terps, men and women, and what you liked and what you didn't like. How about that?
I didn't like that last shot against Michigan State, but I digress. We will sign off on that note. But
please don't bring up those memories. I was there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Please.
Namaste.
Right. Thank you so much, Crystal. We really do appreciate it. Crystal, again, Bishop McNamara, Hall of Famer, Terp. She a Terp. She played overseas at Croatia and Sweden. We'll see you again. It's March. Thank you.
Thank you, Crystal.
Janet, that was amazing for Women's History Month. Yeah, we definitely we gotta do some more things like that. But yeah, good call, Janet. Good call. We do appreciate that. Hey, so we had this idea that we was kicking around backstage before we started, right?
Yeah.
Should we throw it out there now before we?
We can throw it out there. I mean, well, no, let's not throw it out there. We need to organize.
We'll get the details. All right. So listen. So what y'all need to do is be here on Saturday. We're going to do our draft. We're going to do our draft on Saturday, right? I'm not going to tell you what kind of draft it's going to be, but we're going to do our draft on Saturday. The NFL draft. We're doing our NFL draft on Saturday. So we'll also have some other news for you, which concerns March Madness. All right. So make sure you check in with us on Saturday. Now, today was tag day for the NFL, where you can place the franchise tag on whoever you need to place it on. So there have been 2 tags placed.
Few as ever.
2. That's it. Said, can you tell me one person that's been tagged?
T. Higgins.
I came in hot, but probably one of them boys from Cincinnati.
Yeah, it was T. Higgins. Yeah, congratulations, your second year with the tag. Al, you got the other one right?
No,
he said no.
No.
Are you saying no because you don't want to?
I'm saying yes. I'm saying no because I don't want to, but I will tell you who it is.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
You want to know who it is?
Yes, we want to know. We really, really want to know.
I think doing a little research.
Wait, it was only 2.
It was only 2. I know. I just know it was only 2.
Yeah,
right, that's why I was saying, are you saying no because you don't want to? Because I thought you were just trying.
No.
You didn't like it.
The second one is the tackle out of Kansas City. The tackle or guard. Yeah.
It got to be a guard. Could have been a tackle. You mean? Because I'm
It's
not. We signed the one guy we would have tagged.
Y'all was going to tag a guy, but y'all got to deal with them for 4 years, which lowered his number. So you guys are good. And that's why you guys avoided placing a tag on him. Of course, the Washington Commanders didn't put the tag on anybody. However, things are starting to happen.
Now I didn't tag worthy.
Well, neither do you guys.
What I'm saying is no one is tag worthy. I mean,
I'm not surprised.
That wasn't a shot at y'all. Everything y'all think I'm saying is a shot.
Something that you did say on Saturday was a shot.
I'm shady. I'm just saying.
Let's get to it. So Saturday,
who was tagged?
Oh, we passed the tag. We're getting to Saturday now.
No, I don't remember hearing anybody say it.
Oh, I can't say that name. You want me to butcher another name?
You just doing our guy? The one we didn't tag?
No, not y'all's guy.
Oh, he got a wild name too. Out of Goosewell. Yeah.
He does. So Saturday, we should have been on. We do apologize. We had a whole bunch going on here. We had a couple of illnesses. We had some guys running late, some people out of town, and some people that had migraines. You can figure that one out the way you need to. So we had to cancel our show on Saturday. But we would have had breaking news thanks to my guy Said. He sent this post out. It said,
Wouldn't that be?
breaking news. The 49ers agreed to trade wide receiver Deebo Samuel to the Commanders for a 5th-round pick.
That was big news.
So here is what applied.
Breaking news.
Here is, I said, yeah, breaking news. Here's
Yeah,
what
no.
happened in the chat.
Alex is mumbling and he's
Yeah.
saying things under his breath.
So said, what are the Commanders doing? LOL. And Al goes, trash.
I got a ruler. You got pop Al hand.
He
Trash.
will be hurt.
You mumble that trash.
See,
No, you ain't mumble that. You put an exclamation point behind that one there, bro. So the question is, how does Deebo Samuels help the Commanders, and how does he hurt the Commanders? Lady A will go last. Let's start with saying
oh,
Al.
okay, that's good.
Please, Sid. Tell him how he helps them. If you can
He
find
gonna hurt him because he stay hurt.
there you
Let's
go.
start there.
Thank you, Sid. Thank you, Sid.
Let's start there. Right out the gate, he stays hurt. He always got something wrong with one of them quads. They're probably them little bitty shoes he's wearing. Like, anyway, we're not gonna talk about outfits right now. We can skip past that. I digress. How he helps them is he does the same thing I was telling Pick earlier during the year about bringing in Cooper Kupp from the Rams. It moves him to the slot, gives him a solid slot wide receiver. Same thing as Cooper Kupp. Both of them stay hurt. That's all I got.
Right.
Oh, that's it.
We're on you now, Al.
You want me to
Go
pass?
ahead, Al. Hold on, I'll be back. Hold on.
Let's go to the good things that he may do. You may get an inspired receiver because he is playing for a new contract, because he is in the last year of the current contract he's in. He'll help the running back room because which needs help because that's so poor and so bad and so beat up. He's an experienced wide receiver, but he's old. He's almost 30 years old, so I guess the experience can help Terry.
I like how your positives kind of like
I'm giving you the positive,
the negative, but that's okay.
He's overweight right now, currently.
Is that a positive or a negative? I'm confused.
He's confused too.
Don't you want a big receiver? You wanted a big receiver, so he's a little overweight. He's 10 to 20 pounds overweight, they said. After he signed some money. Now let's go to ways he's probably not going to help you.
What? Wait. What
was
the hell? Talking about? Come on, Al.
You got a positive. He might be motivated for a new contract. He's experienced, and he'll help your running back room. That's some positives, right?
That's not quite how you said it, but okay.
That is not how he said it.
If he plays 8 or 9, if he plays more than 9 games, I'll be surprised.
Okay.
I think I knew usually someone else's trash could be another person's treasure. I don't think this is the case. I think John Lynch is getting rid of a just grown up wide receiver, and Adam was there to take it. And the good thing is, if it doesn't work, you only traded a 5th-round pick. But the bad part is, you all have also traded other picks when you traded for the cornerback. So you've traded away your 4th, your 5th, and I believe a 2nd.
No, we got a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
But you traded away a 2nd, a 4th, and a 5th for a cornerback that hasn't played and a potentially washed up wide receiver.
We actually have a 3rd.
I'm just stating that. You have a 3rd. You're right, but it is the same 3rd that you had before. Is it as good? Could that have been used to move up in the draft to get someone better and younger? Who knows? Because
you got 3 in the top 88. We got 3 picks in the top 88.
You've used 3 picks on 2 players that haven't contributed. That's all I'm saying. But they used to be Pro Bowlers. Maybe they can return to that again. Who knows? But we'll see. You know, like I said, like a guest on this show told me, Adam, Bruce Wayne, as you call him, Pick. He's a modern day Bobby Beathard. So I'm going to hold on to that one. Until I see
you can use it later, right?
Until I see Lou again to see if it was prophetic in what he said or if it was blasphemous, as I thought it might have been. But like I said, time will be told. But like I said, it's another body, it's another part. If Cliff Kingsbury can use him, and Jaden is a good quarterback, and can come close to having a second year as its first. It doesn't have a sophomore slump. I'm sure you can find ways to use Deebo if he's available.
Well, Cuzzo says, said it first. It's injuries, but I feel Deebo will be an excellent offensive weapon. Look at how he was used in San Fran. You could use him in many ways, running and passing the ball. Yeah, which is true. Go ahead, Lady A. What you got? How's Deebo going to help the Washington Commanders?
So, let me tell you guys. When I saw the news come through, I was a little concerned. It is no secret that this young man has had issues staying healthy. So, knowing what we know as far as last season and the selections that were made for our team and how they worked out, I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? And I even said it, in our group chat, maybe he knows something that we don't. And so, number one, Deebo is he kind of clapped back at somebody who was talking about his weight. He's 225, to be exact. And he's saying can't wait till this season starts. And then he says fresh start, new bow, right?
Yep.
So he clearly knows what's going on. He knows what's being said. Maybe they had a conversation with him. Maybe, they like what they hear in reference to him. I think that if healthy, he does give Jaden an opportunity to just give him the ball and step back and take a break. Jaden has had to work pretty hard. And, if you look at last season, Jaden had more rushing yards than we would really like for him to have.
Mm-hmm.
It worked out in our favor, but going forward, when you look at long term, we don't want him to have that many yards. So when healthy, Deebo can give him that opportunity. Deebo's a great player when he's healthy. So that's the key right there. So what are they going to do to ensure that Deebo is going to remain healthy? Maybe it's something that they feel like they need to be doing in the off season. Maybe it's practice and, I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm trying to trust in them. But I do feel as though when healthy, Deebo can be a great asset to the team. It's just that the focus should be on keeping him healthy. And that's where we are right now.
I think that they did an excellent job of keeping Zach Ertz healthy. They did an excellent job of keeping Bobby Wagner healthy. They never practiced on Wednesday. They had veteran days off, right? So the problem is, just like said, just put in the chat, the problem is he gets hurt at the worst time.
Yeah.
It's football, right? Injuries are going to happen. It's how you take care of them. And since we have been here with Adam and DQ, we have a brand new training staff. I think they did an excellent job last year of getting players back on the field that did get hurt. But for all of those injury concerns, if you guys go back and check Deebo's game log over the last couple of years, last year, he had the flu, not the flu, but he had pneumonia, oblique injury and things like that. But Deebo can play injured, right? But I don't believe that he will miss as many games as Al said. He only going to play 7 or 8, so he'll miss the other 10, right? Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that this training staff, I think that these coaches take care of the players. They haven't practiced the correct way. So for me, it's not the health issue. For me, it is how is he going to affect the wide receiver room? Right now, there are only 3 wide receivers in that room. That's Terry, that's Deebo, and there is Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey.
No, sorry. The younger McCaffrey. We got McCaffrey, right? My bad. Not Christian. We ain't got CMC. No.
Y'all want everybody to San Fran, huh? Man, go good.
No, we don't.
Just look at their roster and pick who you want, pick.
But that's what we have in there. And how is he going to affect that wide receiver room? What kind of teammate is Deebo going to be? But as I sat back and asked those questions of myself, I was like, wait, Adam Peters has been around him before. And I also realized that we have another coach on the coaching staff that coached him. So these guys know how to motivate him, how to get him going. So I think we're going to see an excellent year out of him. And just like Janice said, he'll give Jaden that down off player. You know, how can he help? Well, first off, you got to know that Washington's not going to see a lot of man-to-man defenses, because if you play man-to-man versus Jaden Daniels, Al, what is he going to do?
Depends if you got a spy or not, but he may escape if you don't have a spy.
He gonna run, right?
He's
Deebo
gonna
is
run potentially.
not a man-to-man receiver. What he is you play zone, I find the soft spots, and I get open.
Well, but once again, Pick, I agree with what you're saying. The old Deebo did do that, but I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, are you getting the old Deebo, or are you
Only
getting?
thing we need is a Deebo to take eyes off of Terry.
No, you need some other production
Yeah.
because, like I said, I mean, I think, like you said, the Lady A said, you do not want Jaden being your lead rusher again. So if he's not going to be your lead rusher, he's going to get let go of that
That's
ball
true,
and have someone let that ball go too. And
You're
you're
absolutely
hoping
right.
that Deebo is one of those targets, and to pull some coverage off of Terry.
Yeah.
And like I said, because I don't think they're going to let Terry have another 14-yard season and 16 touchdown season if they can help it, knowing that that's Jaden's favorite target. You know, there's a lot of people getting paid a lot of money in the offseason right now to develop schemes to stop Jaden and Terry from being successful. That's what they get paid to do. So therefore, you got to develop some alternatives to what worked last year to hope that you can have continued success into this year.
Facts. The one thing is, I believe if we bring Zach Ertz back, you got Zach, you got Terry, you got Deebo on the fifth. Huh?
You keep talking about these fossils, man. You better get some young blood in here, man.
Our tight end is
so offensive. They are not fossils.
And Zach Ertz is not a fossil. Bobby Wagner, them guys are old. You can't expect an injury-free year for 16 games from players.
You know, they did it once before. We're gonna hope they do it again. But I believe that we will have some infusion of young talent. We only have a limited amount of picks, so Al spot on and correct with that, right? But we need people that smell like bacon. That's what we need. So I believe pick one.
People that smell like bacon. What?
The big boys in front, man. The greasies.
I know
the big greasy.
Yeah. That terminology just
that's not though, man. That's Fred Smoot like saying it. Somebody I know says like
Fred Smoot. Fred said it. Yeah.
That's because that's a country saying.
But that's what you need. Some big boys. You need people whose jerseys got lumps in it. That's what I like to say, man. You ain't just smooth and tight, man. I need some lumps in the jerseys, baby.
I'm over here apologizing in the back in the chat. Okay. So that's the Deebo thing. Al, you had a big signing today, didn't you?
Yes, we signed our D tackle, man. That was probably the one guy that we franchise potentially. I'm glad we didn't, because it would have been a waste of a franchise tag, in my opinion. Let me say something, man. So I can say something unbiased. I'm just a little concerned with what we're giving. We gave a promising young player, one we drafted, a 4-year, $80 million contract, $58 million guaranteed. But I'm gonna say, what did we pay for? He has been injury. He hasn't had injuries. He started 17 games for the last 3 years. Great. But last year he gave us 4.5 sacks, 23 quarterback pressures or hits, and another 47 tackles. Unless the best is yet to come. I would have hoped we paid less for that production. But like I said, I'm still having to figure out what Jera is doing out there. I'm still wondering if he's taking his meds.
No, you let Jared cook.
I ain't letting Jerry cook nothing. I ain't eating nothing.
Tell him, let Jared cook.
I'm just saying I like keeping in-house talent in when they're promising young players. But I would have liked to see that money for about. I ain't mad at nobody getting their money, but I want to know what we're paying for. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Now, Everybody look at Said and ask Said what he thinks about Hard Knocks.
What about it?
What do you think about Hard Knocks, Said?
What about it?
Atlanta be on Hard Knocks. You don't want Atlanta to be on Hard Knocks. I think that's what he's trying to
No,
do.
they don't need to be on Hard Knocks. No.
Let's get to it, Said. So listen, y'all know that Bill Belichick has gone from, being in the media right now to coaching in college. And he told Hard Knocks, hey, I'll do it. I would love to have Hard Knocks down on the University of North Carolina. If it's not going to give away no secrets, no game plans, no strategies, I love to take Hard Knocks.
Really? How that work? How's that going to work? Hard Knocks.
The NFL is kicking back. They're saying, wait. That's an NFL thing. But no team wants to be on Hard Knocks after what they saw come out of Hard Knocks off season.
Of course not.
The Giants. Because the Giants sat right there and gave away Saquon Barkley to Philadelphia, and the owner called it. But not only that, but he won a Super Bowl. And then today,
Saquon got that money today, too.
Saquon got that paper today.
2-year, $40 million extension.
Yeah, so there are 4 teams.
That cheddar for real.
There are 4 teams that cannot say no to Hard Knocks.
Can someone answer me a question for real?
Was it 2-year, 240?
Where in the hell is Philly getting all this money from?
They only got like 17 million. They only got like 17 million.
That's all I want.
That's what happens when you go and get everybody from college and you get them their rookie year. That's what happens.
But I know, some of these guys in their second and third contracts. Like AJ Brown.
You got to remember.
They signed AJ Brown still in the contract. He's still in his second contract.
Yeah. No, he's on his third.
He's not.
Not yet, I don't think. He was.
He's still money right after Devontae did. He
said, look at it.
Here's the thing: the majority of the team. Remember, I was the one that kept talking about it. I was like, "Hey, something's not right. Philly's taking everybody."
What we're looking up?
Look up.
This is AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. Look up Philly.
It's third.
Look up Philly's.
He signed a new one when he first got to Philly.
Under the cap. Over the cap.
Looking at the sport, you want the affiliate cap?
Oh, they got money on the cap because they've sent everything to the future. 3 years.
Oh, they got 17 million. They got 17 million after today.
Like a chewing gum because they didn't mortgage the future for now. I dig it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
they know how to finagle these deals.
Jalen's contract was front loaded, and how much is pushed down the line? Because I think they redid it and pushed some more down the line or something like that. I feel like
they did. They
got Jalen Carden and Jordan Davis, another couple of their draft picks coming up in a couple of years or next 2-3 years. They're not going to have money to sign. Well, nobody's going to be there.
Well, they only have 17 million right now. They got 17 million right now. It's going to take about 8 million to sign your draft class.
And they got rid of Slay too.
They're not going to be big players in free agency. They may make a couple of moves here or there, but it's definitely some people walking out of the door from the Super Bowl champs. Mekhi Becton may be one that gets to escape, and they moved him from tackle to guard. But the reason we got to this today right now is we was talking about Hard Knocks, and there are 4 teams that could possibly be on Hard Knocks that can't say no. So the requirements to be on Hard Knocks is you cannot have a first-year head coach. You cannot have made the playoffs in the last 2 years. Say it. The Atlanta Falcons got a new head coach.
Hey man, they throwing people out the chamber, man. For your boy Trump.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
You said we're not doing it. Y'all can't say no. Say it.
Oh yes, it can.
No, you can't.
Oh yes, it can.
You're one of the teams that can't say no.
I'm just saying, no, we're not doing it.
No?
Because they meet the criteria.
Uh-oh.
No, we're not
meet
doing
the criteria. Y'all did it before. That's what y'all gonna say, right?
No, we haven't done it.
Yes, y'all have. Y'all did it when y'all had Julio.
Oh, I didn't watch it then either.
And you
what? I'm just telling the truth. I didn't watch Hard Knocks. I didn't watch another. Yeah.
So the other one is
that's right. That's when they found out Matt Ryan had a party mouth. That's right. I remember that.
Yeah, another team that can't say no is the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh,
there you go. Go out to Cincinnati.
They're not going to Cincinnati because they just did the in-season Hard Knocks.
That don't
And
mean
they
nothing.
covered they
AFC
covered
North.
What
the
teams
whole.
are in season Hard Knocks?
That was 4 teams. Yeah.
It was 4 teams, right?
They can get
Yeah.
the
So the
whole year
Cincinnati
now.
Bengals didn't make the playoffs. That's the AFC team and the NFC team. The other 2 teams, they really don't matter. I think one is Carolina, and I want to say the Dolphins. Nope, the Dolphins made the playoffs last year.
Dolphins
AJ
made the
Brown's
playoffs last year.
Yeah,
Since when?
you have to miss their playoffs for the last 2 years. AJ Brown's contract with Philadelphia Eagles runs through 2029. The wide receiver signed a 3-year, $96 million contract extension in April of 2024.
Yes.
He said Bruce Glass is the unofficial stats for First Class now, for First String Podcast.
So it's his third, like I said.
He said, I think he's not sure. We waiting on
Pick up
Stats and Facts said to tell us if
It's
it's
his
his third.
It's his third. The second was when he signed, when he went to there.
I don't know.
Third was when he
Lady A
re-
may be onto something. And Pick said it a long time ago. When the Rams was doing this, Lady A, what did I say? The cap not real.
You did.
Well, what's the new salary cap? $279 million, right?
But it ain't real.
Okay, we not necessarily indulging in your theory, but you have said it. I'll give you the credit for saying it. But
I'm just saying.
I mean, but you have to understand that people move money,
Absolutely.
and that's what
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely. Cuzzo, hit Lady A up after the show, please. I'll tell you why, Lady A. Said, have we covered everything?
Check. Look at the chat.
Oh yeah, I do. That's the behind
What?
tea there. I want some of that pomegranate green tea she about to give me.
Wait. Hold on. Oh, yes, please, Lady A. Yes,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Well, I have tea.
Let's go.
I'm about to say,
Hey.
that's the one segment that we can continue into the off season.
Indeed,
Yes,
because
please and
people
thank you.
give us stuff to talk about. Okay.
You got a little tea?
Mhm.
So who is my tea sponsor by today?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Wait. Let's do the
Bigelow?
break.
Is it Bigelow today?
No, hold on. Wait. I got this. I almost messed this whole thing up. Let's go. Hey, y'all know what time it is. It is tea time with Lady A. And we're not talking about on the golf course. We're talking about that hot, steaming, nice 104-degree temperature tea.
That's warm.
Hey, sponsored by. Maybe you shouldn't have did it.
What?
Uh-oh.
No,
Come on, Lady A.
This one is tea with a little kick. I think this is
The spike tea.
twisted tea.
Oh, it's a twisted tea. It's a twisted.
Like twisted.
tea. So this tea actually goes from social media all the way to the combine. Okay. So fairly recently, a young man, let me see, by the name of Tony Martinez.
Oh, you got his name. Ooh.
Tony Martinez he took to his social media, and then apparently at some point in time, he also went on his wife, Nicole Martinez's social media to oust Stephen Smith Sr. Now, Stephen Smith, you guys may know him. Well, his last team was the Baltimore Ravens.
Carolina
And
Panthers.
now he is correct.
NFL Network.
Panthers, and then now he is a sportscaster who is employed by the Ravens. So keep that in mind. Okay.
And NFL Prime too, right?
NFL Network.
Well, the key
Okay.
is that he is employed by the Ravens currently. Okay. Now, why did Tony take to social media and even go into his wife's account to post in reference to Steve Smith?
Wow.
Well, apparently Steve has been having an affair with Nicole, the wife of Tony. Nicole is on the marching band for the Ravens.
Oh,
The
Mhm.
majorette.
you said we got a little in-house stuff going on. What you saying?
Exactly. So, what really caught my eye in particular on this subject was that the content that was posted was very embarrassing to Tony,
That's okay.
the husband.
What did he
So
post?
you're posting text messages.
Mhm.
He's posting a video of him calling Steve. He
What?
confronted Steve about sleeping with his wife. Steve, the only thing Steve said was, "I'm sorry." Okay. Now, why is it eye-catching? Why is it
Ain't
embarrassing to
Steve
Tony?
married?
Yes.
Steve is married. I will get to that as well.
Ooh.
So, but the video of Tony calling Steve was like, you've been explicitive. My wife, what do you have to say for yourself? All Steve said was, "I'm sorry." That's it.
She
But in
said,
the text messages,
you said plenty.
the text messages were very telling. And it was the reason why it was embarrassing for Tony is because it mentioned Steve's size of his tool.
Fine.
And I'm
She's
saying
tiptoeing.
in a
She's
very
tiptoeing right
professional
now, boy. She's
way. A very professional way. And
she's at the 5.
and
Tiptoeing.
in those comments that she's saying to Steve, it doesn't look too good on the husband because she's saying it like this is, uncommon for her, an uncommon experience. She speaks of, I guess, a displacement of her birth control. That's an IUD. And so she made mention of that, that was displaced as a result of Steve. Some of the things Steve was saying also spoke to some of the activities. Apparently someone gave an oral presentation or something like that. So it was really
That was a good one. That was a slick one. You're usually right on in there.
very said, why did you
Wait a minute. Hold on.
So
I got you, lady. Hey, you know what? I got you, lady. Hold on just a second. I got you. I got you on that part. Hold on. I got you. You know what? I'm gonna take this fine. Willingly.
You about
I'm gonna go ahead and deal with this money right now.
Oh, here it goes.
Right. Not now.
You
Right.
act a fool.
Right.
Say it.
Steve, he said what? Here you go, Steve.
Say it. Cut it out. Fine. Cedric. Fine. So it was very, very intimate. So keep in mind that he is posting this on his account, his wife's account. These are private conversations. So I don't know.
You got to out a rat.
Well, I don't know if that, because we have laws against these type of things as far as posting private conversations. This is very intimate. So wasn't really looking good for Tony, but he wanted to, he's hurt, essentially. Well, recently I saw that Steve had posted something that was kind of antagonizing to Tony. He made mention that Tony's wife Nicole was also engaged in combat with with Steve's wife too. So it's a big and complete and total mess, right? So Combine comes around. Steve is scheduled to be at Combine. Steve was not at Combine. No. Why is this something to really pay attention to? Because both Steve and Nicole are employees of the Baltimore Ravens.
But not
Why
only
is
that.
that a big deal? Because the Baltimore Ravens has a fraternization policy. So all of this is blowing up. All of this is being exposed. Steve essentially did not deny it. That we have heard nothing from Nicole. I hope she's okay because Tony seems to have really spazzed out. But no one's denying that this happened. So essentially what could happen is that they both will be dismissed from their position. If in fact the Ravens decide they want to take any type of action towards either of them. It's very public, very messy. So I guess be on the lookout for that for a final result. Oh, goodness. Say it just once. Fine after fine.
If you can't do the fine, don't do the crime.
Say it.
Look out, ow. Hold on, wait. Is that what I just...
I tell you.
I was just giving y'all some visual evidence of these text messages.
Oh, you got an Al?
Yeah, Al went and searched for. I told y'all it was very intimate and graphic.
I
Okay,
was just wondering, I ain't said both
yeah,
of them.
that's just one. So if you guys want to do your own research, you can Google it. It is all over the place. Okay.
Yeah.
As Al kindly and politely let us know that he's very accessible.
That was that Deuce Bigelow sponsorship. Deuce Bigelow tea.
But and like I said, the final response that I have seen, the last response I've seen from Steve, it does seem like he's trying to antagonize Tony, which is not helpful for him in his career.
Crap.
It is not.
That's just terrible. All right.
Mhm.
Listen, Lady A.
It hurt my feelings just reading it.
That was some hot tea.
Yeah.
Tea.
Twisted tea.
Hot twisted tea.
Twisted.
You killed it. Thank you for doing that. Oh my goodness. Listen. You need to be over the age of
That's for nerds.
21 to read that. Listen, I'm putting the APB out for one of our viewers. All right.
Uh-oh.
Because I really there's this thing that's happening right now, right? It's historical, and I want this viewer to come back before this history event takes place. We haven't seen him in the chat in a minute. All right. I know that he still watch, but we haven't seen him in the chat in a minute. All right. It's one of our first viewers that was, with us pretty strong, right? Say it. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find my mouse.
What? He was going like this. I was like,
Yeah, he already
I was
gone.
reaching too high, trying to find my mouse.
Yeah, listen. Before Alex Ovechkin breaks this record, go Caps! You got to come back. You got to tell us about how it is to watch these Caps and Caps do their thing and go and Alex Ovechkin do his thing. He is 10 away from the great one.
right.
That's incredible. That's an incredible
10 away from the great one. So go Caps. We know that you out here. We know that you still watch. We do need you in the chat to let us know how you feel about this record-breaking event that should be happening here pretty soon. So we your name's Go Caps, so we actually need you to tell us about the Caps, okay?
Mhm.
All right.
I can give some tea on Saturday special edition too.
Ooh.
Oh, special edition tea.
Yeah, because
Oh,
it'll
it's
be a
gonna be-
week from the events.
It's
So
gonna be a cold brew. It's gonna be a cold brew or a hot.
well, it's a cold brew because the event happened and then there's so much coming out about the event. So it'll be a week from the event, and I'll go into it then.
Okay, we'll put it on ice, let it sit in the sun. You know what we're gonna do. We're gonna drink it up. That was our show for today. Special thanks to. Oh, go ahead.
Just want to something straight up. I know we was talking about this. I think Bruce Glass had something.
Oh, yeah.
AJ
Oh,
Brown
yeah, yeah.
signed his rookie contract. Then in 2022, he signed a 4-year, $100 million contract with the Eagles after he was traded from Tennessee. And then he signed an extension in 2024 for 3 years, $96 million. So it was an extension of his second contract. But
So it's really his third.
however you want to put it. Potatoes. But yeah, just want to get the clarification up.
Good. Hey, that's why Bruce Glass is the best researcher in the game. Plus, he be in our chats. I don't know how, but he be in there sometimes. I don't know how. He just know exactly what we be talking about and what we're going to talk about. And he put it all in the rundown before we do. It's crazy. It's one of those things. Don't know how it happens. Bruce got spyware. But I got a new phone, so maybe it's off my phone now. I don't know. We'll know. Sam. You said what?
Are we? Okay.
She fancy.
Yeah, I got that. I got that Samsung 19.
Ooh. Dang, I thought you got an iPhone, man. You know,
Yes, we covered everything.
Samsung 19.
19. I got that 19.
That was a shot at Samsung users. Don't pay attention to him, Lydia. Please don't feed into it.
I have a Samsung.
Me too.
Yeah.
He probably got an iPhone. He got a little freaky patch on the back of that. You pop the camera on.
Fine. You could make it through this show.
The cameras got back there, dog.
That look like one of them remotes. You know what I'm saying? Little pop the top.
The flip screen on that.
Yeah.
No, there's no flip screen. There's no flip
That's
screen.
his case.
What are you talking about? That's face. I had to show you the camera so you knew which phone it was.
That don't slid over a little bit, Piggy. Slide that don't get a nasty jump. Bam.
Hey.
Listen. That's it. Look at what Cuzzo said. That's a Steve Smith edition.
Cuzzo getting a phone too.
Steve Smith, yeah, it might be a Steve Smith edition. You're right.
He's getting a fine too.
Hey, you gotta angle it right. You gotta angle it right. Like,
you about to get that fine too.
Huh? What'd I do?
I heard what you said.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, listen, special thanks out to Crystal Buckets Washington for joining us today. Hall of Famer, we will definitely have her back. It was wonderful hearing her stories about being overseas, but I'm still taller, Crystal. Just know that.
Bless his heart.
Saturday, we have our draft show. We're drafting. All right. We're drafting on Saturday, Cuzzo. Make sure you call cousin for Saturday. She'll tell you here in a little bit. Al.
Yes.
I just need you to talk to the Trap and make sure we get one of them offensive linemen, okay? Y'all have some players. We need them. Say it. We got it all covered.
Yeah, y'all a coach. I mean, what else you want?
We hit it all.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that too, Al. I can't wait to talk about that one. All right, there we go. Shouts out to my son, United States Air Force, First String Podcast, second to none. Come get some. Tell them, say it.
Go Dogs.
Raise hell.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace them up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. 'Cause it's time for the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Lace them up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting line, the first string is what you have. be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe, recommend to a friend. Nah, for real, like, subscribe, and recommend this to a friend. Hey, let's go.